Live from Deplorer 2. So I'm no longer in that piece of shit Jeep. The piece of shit Jeep is gone with the warm weather. Although I imagine riding that warm weather is a lot more comfortable. Even when your balls are sweating and your cleavage is sweating. The Jeep is a horrendous piece of shit. Today's weather, not so bad, unless you're up north. So if we can go to the Weather Institute for Climate Knowledge campus cam, the DIC cam, you'll notice that here in the Lehigh Valley, it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, but up there in the distance, you see some clouds. That's to the north, by the way. You're looking north. Palmerton, look at the screen. See that camera? All right, now you're looking north. I don't know what the fuck you were looking at before you looked north. But now, if you're looking at that camera, you're looking north. Those are clouds. Even Palmerton can figure that out. Those clouds are going to stay to the north. They're going to try and sneak south towards the Lehigh Valley. They may or may not. We have a breeze today, and that breeze is going to kind of cut those clouds off, if you will. Like a piece of fabric. The wind is coming through. We're just cutting the edge off those clouds. Those clouds have moisture in them, and that moisture will fall at times today in the form of spritzes, maybe a shower, but for the most part, just like light nuisance sprinkles. If this was winter time today, I would tell you that whenever it's windy and cloudy, it could snow in flurries or squalls. Well, it's like that, except it's windy and not cold enough for snow. So at any time today, it's windy and cloudy, you're going to get a spritz or a shower. Mainly to the north, the Poconos and north. The Lehigh Valley, again, depending how far south those clouds sneak and how those winds alter and become more variable today, if they let those clouds sneak into the Lehigh Valley, you may see a spritz or shower, particularly north, the northern parts of the Lehigh Valley, from Whitehall and north. Slatington, you might see it. Slakedale might see it. Emerald might see it. Lehigh Township, you could see it. We'll see, but we're going to stay in the 50s for the most part today. We'll try and get to 60, but that cold breeze is going to keep things down. And again, especially to the north of the cloud cover, it's going to be a cooler day for you. Tomorrow, we get into the low, we'll say the low to mid 60s. It's going to be dependent. It's going to be plenty of sunshine tomorrow. The breeze will be less. And then as we get into Wednesday, plenty of sunshine again. We could get up, could get close to 70 on Wednesday. But for the most part, we'll be in the mid to upper 60s. So low to mid 60s tomorrow, mid to upper 60s on Wednesday. And today we're going to be, for the most part, in the mid to upper 50s. The Lehigh Valley might hit 60, might. Again, the chance for showers from the valley north today, dry tomorrow, dry on Wednesday. Okay? All right. For those of you going to the Halloween parade in Catasauqua on Wednesday, bundle up. It's going to be chilly, very chilly. Tonight, overnight temps will be in the 30s, maybe low 40s. But it's going to get very cold tonight. And then tomorrow night, it'll be around 50-ish, and Wednesday as well. We'll see what happens with the low temperatures as these clouds dictate tonight. It's going to be really, really cold tonight. The wind, however, will prevent any frost from occurring. All right, that's your weather. I'm in Deplorer 2. Maybe we'll do a little tour. We'll post a picture of Deplorer 2 later. I will tell you that Deplorer 2 is a former Pennsylvania State Police Explorer. And there are some benefits to it. And there are some bad things about it.
Any irony in that whatsoever.
The bad part of this, of driving a former... Now listen, this has the push bar on the front. It has the spotlights on both A-posts. It looks like a fucking cop car. Palmerton could lose their vision and look in this direction and notice this is a fucking cop car. But the bad part is if you're driving on back roads, you will never exceed the speed limit if someone is in front of you. Never. because everyone in front of you will do the speed limit. The good part is if you're driving on an interstate highway, there's nobody who drives slow in the left lane. Absolutely nobody. So the moment they see you in the rearview mirror, they get to the right lane. If you're driving in the right lane and someone's flying up on the left side, they get to right about here. They see the spotlight and they slow down and fall in behind you. I'm promoting highway safety 1 mile at a time, basically. It's the Weather Center Highway Safety Program. You just drive this thing around and nobody drives like an idiot. Absolutely nobody. The other benefit is, and it just happened a little while ago while Chris and I were getting ready to go live, but I waved to somebody. Every time a fucking cop drives by me, they wave. Amber and I were driving south on 309 yesterday into South Whitehall, and the cop is sitting in the median. Rolls out he has his hand on the steering wheel, and he waves to us as we go by. Yeah, I wave back. And this cop right over here just drove right by me and gave me the little hands up wave thingy. I've never had a cop wave to me before. Look, I've been in an ambulance, and I've known the cops. They don't fucking wave to you. In this thing, in Deplora 2, they wave to you. Community service and, community relations, police relations. We're establishing that again, too. It's the Weather Highway Safety and Community Relations vehicle. It's quite funny, actually. Deplora 2.
Rich Young comments here. The best is when you can see the wife smack the hubby.
I did see someone on 81 on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, 81 on Saturday. This person was coming up to the left of us, and I saw the lady point over, and the car suddenly slowed way down and got in behind us. But honest to God, I've not had anyone pass me in this vehicle. None. And if someone's flying up the road and you get up behind them, they get right over for you. Again, this is promoting highway safety.
So then what you're saying is we need to make this thing look police-ish without actually looking like an emergency vehicle.
Well, listen, this has all the bells and whistles still. All of them. The radios have been removed, but everything else is still on this vehicle. I found the speaker. I found the lights. The only thing I didn't have was the brain. Well, I got the brain for it now. But I was thinking, Mr. Graham, that's Chris Palmerton, that we could put Blue Cock Police Department graphics on this.
So long as you're not actively impersonating a police officer.
No, first of all, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to pull people over. I'm not going to stop shoplifters. I'm not going to go to the fire lane and hit my horn and be like, get out of the fire lane. Not going to do any of that. But I think for marketing purposes, a Blue Cock Police Department would garner people's attention.
What about if we did...
We have Blue Cock Police Department Coxswag.
I know. What if we made it like the disaster team response vehicle? Then it could actually be an emergency vehicle.
Well, listen, one of the things that is good about this vehicle is it does have a tow hitch. So if this needed to haul a cargo trailer to take supplies somewhere, it could.
Except for when trailers don't work, but yeah.
Well, no, but we can drop the I figured this out when we went down to Tennessee and Louisiana. You can stage the trailer and then load supplies into the Deplora and shuttle them, if you will.
That's an option.
But this thing has massive room. My Deplora, which was a year newer than this one, I don't think it had all the room that this thing. I don't know how this thing has more room in the back, but it's got a fuckload more room in the back.
It's the
maybe because the third row's not in
Interceptor model.
It is. It is. The official name is the Ford Explorer Police Interceptor Utility Vehicle.
That is correct. With the monster-ass motor in it. And it will move.
I mean, I don't know. I drove to Scranton up the Turnpike and Interstate 80 and then down 380, 80, and 33 to come back. I may or may not have seen the beauty of this motor.
John Baguki, this is sort of a decasting couch type question, but is there a plastic seat in the back?
No, it has a leather bed sheet in the back.
Oh.
Yes.
And Rob is saying I told you so, basically. That's what I've been saying. Stage the supplies in a trailer and then get them out.
Yes. And for most of the time that would work, but like when we went down to Waverly, Tennessee, that would not have worked. You'd have to stage that trailer way, 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 way out of town.
Right.
But despite that, it would have worked.
And then you also have to secure the trailer, ensure it's not stolen, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. And not just that, but it's going to eat gas mileage as well.
That is correct. Now, for local type things.
Local, yes. Absolutely. So, you know,
we spent the weekend in an RV trailer. And that's exactly what we need. It's mobile
I went and looked at one yesterday with him.
Storage. It's a lot of different things.
Amber and I went to look at a 26-foot camper yesterday. It was a 2003, 26-foot, 30 with the hitch, 26 feet long. It slept 9 people.
Yep.
It was beautiful. Walked around it, looked great, until I went inside, walked, and almost fell through the fucking floor 3 times. I was like, whoa, what's going on with the floor? Do you have water damage? And one guy goes, really, the father of the guy selling it, no water. And the other guy's, well, not from the outside. The fuck does that mean, not from the outside? So you had a pipe burst? You flooded the toilet and just let it shit? What happened? But he's like, oh, we put plywood down. We just didn't secure it. Fuck you put plywood down. Part of it was like a fucking Indiana Jones pitfall, and the other part was like a Mary Lou Retton fucking trampoline performance.
Rich Young says it will cover a lot of gas. Rob Cheney says so does overloading a minivan. Tom Tassi does make a great point saying bring back Utah.
Listen, wait. That minivan was phenomenal on gas. Phenomenal. That Pacifica, as much as it sucked, well, A, was way better than the fucking Jeep was. But B, was fucking great on gas. That thing's fuel economy, I had no bitching about at all.
And then the next comment is bring back Utah.
Utah was a 38-foot motorhome. That if you try to purchase one now, it costs between $30,000 and $40,000 for a used older one. New ones are like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yes. So you could call it Rhode Island instead of Utah because it'll be smaller.
I like it. Yes, actively looking at campers right now. Actively.
Yes, the one we were in was brand new, but looking at the layout of it inside and all, it is absolutely perfect for what we need. Storage.
Yeah, 100%.
Take the big bed out of the front of it. That becomes your production space.
Yep.
You can seal that off.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
It's an event headquarters. It's kind of everything.
It's a home on the road if you go on a disaster trip, whatever.
Correct. Especially when you find the one that has the shitter and the shower and everything else in it.
Oh, this thing yesterday, it was beautiful, except for the fucking floor. It had a stand-up shower, had a shitter, slept 9 people, had a full kitchen in it, had bunks in the back. It was fucking nice, really nice. Except it didn't have a fucking floor.
Well, we could put a floor in it.
And they only wanted $5,000 for it.
So $5,000 plus another $5,000 in flooring. You're still talking 10 grand. That's not bad.
Have you seen the cop? Oh my God! This truck driver who's parked illegally in the parking lot just almost took a head dive out of his truck. Woo! That was close. Like that motherfucker almost like Superman into the ground out of his truck. Maybe he'd pull his pants up and tie his shoes. That wouldn't have happened. Crikey.
Rob says, if price is right, would you be willing to come out here to get it? I would say yes. For a 5-hour trip.
I know. What does she look like? Is she blonde or brunette? Yes, the answer is yes.
I think so long as Rob, she's the appropriate age, we're negotiable on other things.
Well, yes. I'm just assuming that it's all legal. DH says.
Well, it can't be too old, too. If it's too old.
We went west.
Yeah.
Yes. Go on. If it's too old.
If you don't want one that's too old.
What's too old?
You said if she's blonde, brunette. I'm saying so long as she's the right age. It can't be too new. We can't afford it. Can't be too old. Otherwise, it's all beat to hell.
That's true. That's true.
Road hard.
If we went west to get it, we could stop at Lion Surplus on the way back and load it with supplies.
Yes, we could. Such a
yes,
Rich Young. Peter, did you find the red light?
This one? Can you see that?
Yes, you should.
It's also white,
up a little bit.
Well, there's two of them, by the way. Oh, wait, there's two. There's one there and there's one back there.
So you can unscrew that and put that. Can you unscrew it and put it on top of the car? Is that your emergency responder light?
Could I? Yes. Will I? No.
It's not.
I may or may not have. I may or may not have stopped by my buddy and kickball team sponsor Seth Yaris Emergency Vehicles on Friday, though. I'll just say that.
Christina Marie says Peter is going hoeing.
Hoeing? Yes, and I don't have a tractor.
No tilling the garden here, ladies. We are straight hoeing.
Has nothing to do with rhubarb.
Speaking of websites coming along rapidly,
yes,
we will have new information on that. Maybe as soon as tomorrow.
That's exciting.
And the fun stuff.
We have a lot of news. We have a lot of breaking news in terms of stuff that was going on behind the scenes that is about to happen full frontal. We teased a post about Blue Still Vodka the other day.
Yes.
And something that they proposed.
That's exciting.
So Blue Still Vodka is going to be producing a limited edition 300 bottle run of The Weather Cares vodka. It will have The Weather Cares branding on it. It will be a special recipe, by the way. I don't know if I told you that yet, Chris.
You did not.
It will be a special recipe exclusively for these 300 bottles. I don't remember what the price of those bottles is going to be, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to fuck it up. But it's not outrageous. In fact, you can go to the state store right now and buy vodka that costs more than that. But $10 from every bottle is going to go to the Weather Cares disaster team. So if all 300 bottles are sold, that's $3,000, Tony.
Bingo, $3,000 if we sell out of vodka.
$3,000. It'll be $10 a bottle. So they're going to put the Weather Cares label on it. They're designing it now. Hopefully, I get to see that today or soon. And I think the Weather Cares, is going to add either a hang tag to it, or we might get like 25 boxes, special boxes for 25 of those bottles.
A limited edition of the limited edition, if you will.
And a ultra limited edition.
Rich Young says pre-order in all caps.
Pre-order will happen, yes. And when you pick them up, or if you want to purchase them, we are going to have a big blue steel cocktail event. Get it? Big blue steel cocktail event, where you will come and pick it up, and maybe it's in the works. It's in the works, and if it works out the way I'm hoping it does, it will be phenomenal.
A blue tie cocktail party.
Essentially.
It'll be a dressy thing. You can take your lady friend to. Or ladies.
Yeah, you don't have to
take your lady friend.
You just got to wear a blue tie. You just need a blue tie. You can wear shorts and a fucking wife beater, but you got to have a blue tie.
Have a blue tie on. Chris Casbier, I have to jump in here.
You can tear a piece of towel and make a tie out of it.
That's correct. I do have to interrupt here for a moment because Chris Casbier says, candy in a bottle, I'm in. Chris Casbier, you are a fucking legend. Absolute fucking legend. He turned our broadcast from Linda's Speedway profitable this weekend, single-handedly. Thank you, sir. It is truly, truly appreciated.
Did you do Chris Casbier nude pay-per-view?
No. No, his contributions too.
Go on.
I have to do the math on it, but it's upwards of $200 he sent us in contributions to the broadcast. Yes, through super chats and Facebook stars and stuff. Yes.
Super chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, very nice, Chris.
It is truly appreciated. Andy Gabo, I need a bottle right now. All staff meetings suck.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Christina Marie says limited edition sticker 2. Yes, I would imagine we would have some swag that would accompany it. Alex
we are going to have We are going to have associated cock swag for this launch. Yes.
Rich, does a keg pass as a canteen? If 2 kegs in the back of the Deplorer 2 and it's an emergency vehicle, you're going to register it as a canteen. That's beautiful. That is exactly how we're going to get emergency tags on the Deplorer.
Well, I can get emergency tags as it is.
Yeah, but we're going to have a fun reason for it.
So, I could sell the Deplorer to the Weather Cares. And then the Weather Cares disaster, since it's a disaster relief nonprofit.
Correct.
I believe we can get an emergency vehicle tags for it.
That's what I'm saying. Make it the actual disaster team vehicle.
Yeah.
And
yeah, no, absolutely. Well, that was the intent.
Because there are places where you do need emergency vehicle tags to get to. That will actually make the disaster relief function happen in some instances.
Well, yeah. And I know that the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, I think even the Second Alarmers in Philly have red lights.
I believe so.
Rich Young, if you know anything about that, can you message me and we can discuss that? I think that's how that works. I think you just have to be a disaster relief organization, and we are, so say the state of Pennsylvania.
Disaster relief can mean a lot of things, too.
That's correct.
That can be full of bottled water and food supplies and take to a 3 or 4 alarm fire that these guys are getting their ass kicked on.
Like second alarmers do, yeah.
Correct.
Or North Penn Goodwill.
That is correct. By the
Those
way,
motherfuckers must hate the Lake Valley, by the way.
They show up with like 400 McDonald's cheeseburgers. I hate McDonald's. I hate fast food, period. But you would come out of a rockin' house fire or something and see 400 McDonald's cheeseburgers piled up, and it was the best damn thing you've ever eaten.
Oh, yeah. Yep, absolutely. North Penn Goodwill, man. Have food, will travel. Because those motherfuckers come all the way up here.
Yep. Rich says nonprofit vehicle needs to have 2 canteen units on board.
Are we talking kegs?
To get the tags.
All right. Can you please define what a canteen is?
Yeah. How about we research that off air?
Well, yeah.
Christina Marie says, then West Penn Township can have a pre-written ticket for you.
She's not wrong. I don't go to West Penn Township anymore. I will drive 30 miles out of my way to go around West Penn Township. Motherfuckers. Well, motherfucker, just one of them. So, Chris, back at COVID, when COVID began, I was going to the Hazel Township station, the Harwood station, and I got pulled over. I think it was like a Tuesday or something. And the motherfucker gave me a ticket. In uniform, everything. The very next day, I got pulled over again by another cop in West Penn Township. Almost at the same spot. He did not give me a ticket, however.
Oh, look at that. Rich Young, you are a badass, sir. I have the application for emergency vehicle registration plate right here.
Rich Young, by the way, is a notary and also does insurance. If you need a notary, or you need insurance of any kind, you contact Mr. Rich Young at Michael's Insurance is the name of the business. They're right on Stoke Park Road, right off of Shanersville Road, about halfway between the Wegmans and the Wawa, or halfway between 512 and Shanersville Road on Stoke Park Road. If you turn off Shanersville onto Stoke Park, he's the first or second stop sign. He's on the southeast corner of the intersection. You can't miss it.
Michael Black
Rich is
has
a
an actual good idea here.
Rich Young is a longtime supporter of the weather, and his business has been a long-time big supporter of the Weather Cares.
This is an actually fantastic idea, Michael. Should auction or raffle off the very first bottle and raise even more money for the Weather Cares. Then maybe make enough money off the whole thing to buy the camper.
Okay, I don't think someone's spending $120,000 on a bottle of vodka.
No, but somebody might say
$120,000.
For what?
I didn't mean to say $120,000. I don't know why I said $120,000. I don't know why I said that. Hey, look, if you want to spend $120,000 on a bottle of vodka, we'll throw in a second bottle free.
Yeah. But that's also one of those things that somebody may buy the bottle for $500 and say, I'm going to give it back. Raffle it off again. Because it's a donation at that point. So
Yeah. It will be a write-off.
Looking at
minus the cost of the bottle.
Okay, Alex is on the same train of thought, so I'll go here this direction first. Custom license plates for the emergency vehicle. You can have 5 letters following EV, DWTHR.
I don't believe you're allowed to have vanity emergency vehicle plates.
It says it right on the form. You can get a vanity emergency tag. Optional personalization
I think I would check that with
request. I'm looking at the form. Like the form
really?
you have to fill out. Yes.
So BLUCK?
Possibly. I do like for the first one, DWTHR.
CRS. Oh, I do like that. Or
EV,
DWCRS.
D-Weather. Rich
Yes,
Young,
I like the
didn't you sell
DWTHR.
Rich Young, didn't you sell sticker packs on eBay for $125?
Yes, I did. Thanks, Andy Gabo.
You are page 3.
I auctioned.
Wait, you're the
auction
page 3,
started at 99 cents. I started the auction at 99 cents, and it ended at $125 fucking dollars. It's like a dozen stickers or something.
Yes. Looking at the form here. Page 2 goes over who can have one. Is Peter a commander?
Yes, I am. I'll go to Army Navy right now and get little birds to put on my collar.
The vanity plate for page 3. Here we go, looking at it.
Wait, stop before I lose thought. Rich Young, how does an organization get license plates? Because I know the Breast Cancer Coalition, the Pennsylvania Breast Cancer Coalition, has plates with their logo on the license plate. How do you do that? Because they're not a big organization. And I know a lot of local fire companies have their own license plates. How do I get a DeWeather license plate?
Let me see. Special Organization Plate Program from the PA Department of Driver and Vehicle Services. It allows approved organizations to advocate their interests. And let's see. The fee is... Oh, that's listing which one it is. To qualify, the organization must meet the following criteria: be a nonprofit, have one of its primary purposes services to the community, which results in a contribution to the welfare of others, be based, headquartered, have a chapter or licensed in Pennsylvania.
Check.
Guarantee a minimum of applications before any plate will be produced.
Wait, what's the minimum number of applications?
It says negotiable. Check.
Oh, boy.
Check. Oh, we'll sell license plates. Here's the one that might get us. Not be offensive in purpose, nature, activity, or name as determined by PennDOT.
DeWeather Cares is not offensive at all.
No, not at all.
DeWeather, on the other hand, that's negotiable.
Don't check this message yet here, Peter, but here's the information on the plates coming to you.
Okay. DeWeather Cares itself is nothing but those things.
Yes, I think DeWeather Cares absolutely qualifies.
The question is, how many applications can we guarantee?
We figure that out. There's an email address. You have to email. You talk to PennDOT, see what the number is, and...
I shall. I mean, hell, the fuckers let us donate or adopt a highway. There's PennDOT signs up on the road.
That say DeWeather?
Yeah. Have you not seen that?
No.
Yes. I will take a picture and I will send it to you. Today, like when I leave here, I will go and I will take that.
Yeah, here's the problem, as Rich says. The state has Google.
Okay, DeWeather Cares.
Well, if you just put DeWeather into Google, I don't know that I want to do this on a work computer, but let's just Google DeWeather and see what we come up with. DeWeather Media, DeWeather Center, DeWeather Center Instagram, DeWeather Outdoors on Facebook.
Nice.
DeWeather Center YouTube.
Good.
There's also we may have to reach out to this person. DeWeather is a package developed for the purpose of removing the influence of meteorology from air quality time series data.
Yeah, I have seen that and I've looked at that, and that is so fucking weather geeky nerdy. It is beyond belief.
Sure. And then we just get, like, Delaware weather.
Right. And German weather. He goes digging deep enough, DE, the abbreviation for Deutschland.
Yes.
You will get German weather as well. On a windy day, I would not put German dog day blown. You will not get weather.
Yeah, I will avoid that. Alex says, need me to interpret GitHub. No. We're not that white and nerdy today. Oh, okay, yeah, here you go. Rich says, if memory serves me correct, someone applying for the tag sends the check to the nonprofit. They then sign off on the form and forward it to PennDOT. So the donation comes to us, and then we forward the appropriate payment to PennDOT for the plane.
I believe that is right because a fire agency that I once employed with has their own plates, and I believe that's how they did it. You filed it through the organization approves that you can have their plate, and then they forward it.
Mike Black, speaking of DeWeather Outdoors, is that going to grow with everything else as well?
Yes.
The cock is always growing.
Yes.
It's a bigger blue cock.
DeWeather. Let's flash. That should be our new slogan. DeWeather. Let's flash it every day.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, did you send me the emergency vehicle information in that link?
Yes, I did. I sent you both. You do have both.
All right. All right. I need to get on that.
Yes.
That's probably a conversation the board needs to have about a particular aspect of that. We'll talk about that off TV.
Yes.
TV. Really talking about
we actually should probably get rolling here a little bit because we are almost 40 minutes in already.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to go. I have a lot to do today. I have a funeral to go to. I have a viewing and a funeral today. Then tomorrow I got another funeral.
Yes.
So, yes. All right. That's it. Listen, we're going to have an organization license plate. You're going to get one. You're going to tell us you're going to get one so we can guarantee PennDOT we're going to get some. Got that?
Because we have to buy them.
Good. Yeah. That's it. Ladies, I love you all, but ladies, I love you a little bit more, and I'll love you a whole lot more if you get one of our license plates. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye.